Hey, Orange One here. So we are at Drifter's Last, and as you can see there, we've gone next to the wall without triggering everyone to shoot at us. So yeah, we're gonna basically for a while be just pulling people back and blitzing them here by the wall, because the people who are on the turrets, they're like literally right above us. I'm really worried that if they see us, they would just insta-kill one of our guys. Also, you may notice that we've got George inside the walls. He was able to sneak in and actually is in the building with the blueprints for weapons. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I've pre-recorded this and I'm adding in commentary if you can't already tell. Yeah. It's kind of nice to be able to do that from time to time. This was one of those times where I was like, when I'm playing this, I want to devote my complete and utter attention to the battle. So probably just want to play through it and then add commentary in later. And you can see, look, there's a Hive soldier right there. So there's a possibility of us getting a new recruit, you know, increasing our numbers in this war instead of decreasing them. So yeah, basically my strategy is this right now, is just pull these guys in here, blitz them with our like 10 people that they can't see. And they seem to be rolling up right next to us and giving us actually a lot of specialist level gear as well. It seems like this is very profitable, attacking gate guards if you have the skill. I mean, how often do you get specialist level gear in this game? And here we have like 5 or so people who have had at least high quality gear and a lot of specialist level gear. And look, there's our Hive soldier. Heal him up, get him on someone's back, hopefully, and just take his weapon in case the person carrying him gets downed. It's a good idea to have that guy not have a weapon so that he's not able to kill one of our guys. Oh yeah, so I think I was trying to, in the last episode, tell you all a little bit more about this one show that I wanted to watch called, or that I have watched recently, called Primal. Oh man, it's so good. I think you guys, if you're into Kenshi, I think that you would probably enjoy that. It's, you know, it's an animated thing. And Kenshi to me, it feels like anime, but in a video game. But it's not like cartoonish like anime. But do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's like Japanesey. Or Japanesey, god. You know what I mean? It's like, because it's got like the samurais and the katanas and all that stuff. Like, it has some that kind of samurai feel to it. And therefore I feel like some people who are fans of, say, anime would actually be pretty into this game as well. And look, there's our I think that's the gate guard who's like super high level dude. He's like got like stats like in the 60s or 70s, I think. I think it's 70s. It's like high 70s. Let's click on that guy. Oh yeah, he's actually at 67. I could have sworn it was 77, but whatever. We got a couple of them attacking us at once now, which is not good, but it looks like we are staggering this dude pretty consistently, and we've got so many people attacking him. Someone hit him in the head, which is great, because he didn't have that actually armored, because he's Shek, and he does stupid things like that. I love how the Shek are so overconfident they don't wear helmets. It really like fits with their character. Anyways, the show Primal, super cool. Like, very little to... Actually, there's no dialogue. It's all like characters expressing themselves non-verbally. And it's basically a story of this like human and dinosaur. I think it's like it's not a T-Rex, but some sort of something like a T-Rex. Oh look, George has been discovered. I remember this. Yeah, George has been discovered by the shop guard and the UC armor trader, which are awful. like stat-wise, super easy to kill. Like, that dude's like already dead, just head destroyed. But now my concern is that George, he's gonna be discovered in here. And as a matter of fact, there's a guy with a harpoon above him who's firing harpoon shots at him. But thankfully, is clipping into the walls, so he's okay. It's kind of weird that I think it's the dude off to the right there. Yeah, that guy. Pretty sure he's the one who's aiming. Yeah, he's aiming, but he can't get a good shot, which is fantastic, because if he did, George would be dead and we wouldn't be able to do this. All your blueprints are mine. Yeah, before I started recording this episode, I actually unlocked these 2 chests. They're not just unlocked, they actually have decent requirements on them as well. To be fair, a lot of these helmets I'm not going to use because they don't have 100% coverage, and if there's a risk of it not hitting the armor, I'd rather not go with that, you know? And there's some pretty cool stuff. Like, we could give people like the iron hats. That'd be kind of sweet. But otherwise it's not really worth it, you know? I think we would do that for like our villagers, not our actual soldiers. Our soldiers, I want 100% coverage, even if it's slightly worse protection, because in the off chance it goes through, we have a dead Hiver. So it's better, especially with these damage settings, to have that extra protection. But yeah, you can see this is working pretty well. You might call it gaming the system here, but to me, I kind of think this is a legit strategy. Maybe it's because I'm doing it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's totally legit. But I feel like, you know, having like an army of people hiding and then luring individual gate guards like, oh no, I've been caught, and then just running away, that is kind of like a Trojan horse kind of strategy that I think like ninjas used to do. I'm pretty sure they would like lure guards into like traps with like all kinds of stuff in the dead of night. So maybe we're not samurai, we're more ninja like. And there is some dude there, so we do need to take him out. I think I remember some shenanigans going on around here around this time. Yeah. See, George, he keeps on trying to come back and join the rest of the party. Trying to do medic jobs, which is not good. We do not want him doing that. All in all, this strategy seems to be going pretty good. Basically, we're going to try getting the last of these guards away from that gate and then sneak in, and hopefully the people on the turrets don't see us. I mean, I already know how it's got to pan out, and I'm trying so hard to not reveal it and not spoil it. But you'll see. You will see how things go. They really want to keep on attacking. It's not worth it though. Oh, an Empire peasant. Erg. Did he get hit or something? Because I don't think we attacked you. And the Empire peasants should be friends with us, you know? Oh, this dude. I remember this. Oh, this is so unfortunate. This guy came over to medic people up. They were knocked out, and yeah, luckily we were able to take him out before he got a shot off. Because if he did get a shot off, we would have someone dead. Almost guaranteed. I mean, it's not guaranteed. I mean, there is actually a decent chance of him hitting someone on their arm or leg, and in that case, I don't think they usually instant die, but if he hits the stomach, the chest, or the head, especially the head, probably gonna be dead. And if it's the chest or the stomach, it's not so bad, because we've got the shirts and the armor, and they kind of double up a lot of the time. I think they both have 100% protection. I can't remember. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you guys about? I saw, I've been seeing a lot about COPPA, C-O-P-P-A, and like myself on my channel, I've been seeing that. And I was wondering, A, what are some of your guys' thoughts on it, and B, it's kind of interesting to me because I was watching this one guy talking about his account getting shut down, and this whole video of the process to get reopened and how he was highly recommending all content creators get email lists. And it's like, dude, like, what about Discord? But and things like Discord are not as permanent as email lists, so I get where he was coming from. And I was wondering if you guys were interested in me collecting emails from y'all. I won't sell it, I promise. Just in case, like, the channel gets shut down or whatever due to COPPA. I don't think it will. I think there's a lot of people really overreacting about this. I mean, yeah, it's gonna affect some channels. I don't think it's gonna affect like all gaming channels or anything like that. And people are like, "Oh my god." It's gonna make it. It's gonna cut revenue 80-90% for some people. It's like, dude, like, that revenue was ill-gotten, you know, like they were targeting children with targeted ads, and you're gonna say, oh no, they're losing the money from that targeting of children. How sad for them. And it's like, on one hand, yeah, maybe they didn't know better, but this is why we're going through this right now, so that people legally know the laws around this stuff, and that we're being careful with that. Okay, there's that another caravan guard. Another crossbow, I'm pretty sure. At least it's a free backpack when we encounter those guys, right? I mean, so like, on one hand with the COPPA, I am totally like, okay, this is a ton of people getting upset about people essentially manipulating children, not getting their livelihood anymore. But then on the other hand, I do understand the concern of like, well, what about lawsuits and mislabeling things? Because like, sure, people who are definitely targeting children should get demonetized. I'm 100% behind that. And people who have videos aimed at children, you should not have targeted ads. I'm totally 100% with that too, you know? But what about the people who get mislabeled? Because, you know, the algorithm, it does mess up. It's notorious for that. Okay, so we're in the city. Like I said, I didn't want to spoil it, but we're in the city. That was part of the reason why I wanted to just talk about that, so I didn't talk about this. We're in the house, and somebody's going on about Teddy. Other teddy bear, I guess. God, the nobles, even the nobles, like, they've got like first world problems. And they're down. The noble's down. I myself, when I was playing this, I couldn't keep track of the noble because I was just trying to make sure we hadn't been discovered. Looking outside and trying to get George here. And of course, we have been discovered. Someone overheard the commotion. Luckily for us, though, one hit, they're down. And in addition to that, okay, now Arnold's stuck in the door because of how that door opens and closes. In addition to that, it looks like we've killed the noble. So the team's achieved their goal. They've got the blueprint for the samurai leg plates, or whatever it's called. Things are good. I mean, we could loot the rest of this house. I just don't think there's going to be anything of real value in it. I mean, I know they do have like some rare items, so we probably should have looted this place a little bit more, but I think I just wanted to get the armor off these guys. I couldn't see the noble at this point. I totally know. See him right in the middle of the floor, right in front of our team, in that like jumpsuit thing. Yeah, there we go. I've seen him. Her. Lady Marin. Another Ashlander. The Edgewalker blade. Like a nice Naginata. Which we will gladly take. We'll definitely take that. Man, Arnold is has a lot of stuff on him. I'm just kind of taking that in, and he's missing a left arm. But all in all, doing good. I'm happy with it. Yeah, I think that this could have essentially not gone better. Like, we just got so much good stuff. We got food, we got good weapons, we took out the noble. Now we just gotta get out of here. Because there are still plenty of samurai on the walls at those crossbow things. If we get you all, I might just see who's going slow. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was trying to see who we needed to carry. So Jack is gonna go pick up Beta, and then we'll get ready to get out of here. My friend is, for some reason, stuck. I'm not really sure why. Okay, my friend's joining us. That's good. Oh, I remember this. This is a little silly. What happens here? There's a gate sergeant who literally has -66 on his head. He isn't even healing himself. I don't understand why, because I thought they would have first aid kits. It's like, oh no. And then this Empire peasant yells that we're kidnapping. Come on, you're a Hiver, we're a Hiver. Why you gotta do that, huh? Instantly loses a limb. Then this dude literally doesn't even get a chance to attack us and he collapses. Life is good, you know? What can I say? And one part of me thinks I should be hiring these Western Hive citizens of the UC. But that part of me is like, just get out of here. There's too many people with crossbows, and all of those random peasants have like pretty much 0 skill. They've got like 5 skill and whatnot. It's just not good. So yeah, I think that basically perfect flawless siege, right? Oh yeah, I had to make a cut there because yeah, reasons. And I wanted to be careful with having these guys come out of here, because if you remember, on our way over here, there's a couple slave traders that have those crossbows, so we had to avoid them on the way to here. So I figured I should probably watch where our people go. And it looks like they want to take a slightly different route than the route that we took to here. So I'm not too worried about that. But this dude's starving. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, I figured it out pretty quick. He didn't have any slots in his inventory to pick things up. And this dude is too far away. This base is literally too big for the AI in this game to like path. So he's so far away that he's starving to death. Is there anyone whose character's in the anthill who's still watching this? If so, kudos to you for sticking with this for that long. Oh man. So yeah, I think after this, I'm not really sure what I want to have be my next target. I've been thinking of making the hive implode and trying to take out the queen and just making everyone go fogmen. But then that would be the end of this let's play essentially, unless we wanted to just go all fogmen after that. Which would not be the worst, but it definitely would be nice to have like proper hivers. And we could go farm the UC for hivers with decent stats, like Western hivers. We try and attack their samurai patrols. That seems foolhardy to me. You know, it'd be interesting. I bet it doesn't happen, but it'd be interesting if those Western hive people became fogmen. If you killed the queen, even if they're part of the UC faction, you know? Oh, look at that, we've got a skin harvest moving towards Fort Monroe. If you don't know, spoilers, the skin bandits, you know, aka the most horrifying faction in this game, they live in the southeast part of the map, not too far. I mean, they're actually pretty far away from our base. If you can see, our base is right there. And the skin bandits are, yeah, in the Sonora Stark area. So that's going to be a problem for us. Especially if these guys aren't back in time, which I suspect they won't be. We've got most of our fighting force out and away, and we've got some of the more skilled enemies in the game sending a raid for us. Like they don't have like any armor essentially. Oh look, there's a Hiver there. I think I was trying to assess if I wanted to attack this group. There's a Hiver there whose stats are probably in like the 20s, which means basically worthless. So we're not gonna attack them. Yeah, the skin bandits, I think they've got stats like somewhere in the 60s or 70s. In any case, they're gonna be tough. They're basically not wearing armor. The armor that they are wearing doesn't really stop very much damage, so they would go down in one hit. But they've got skills in the point where they're gonna take our guys down very consistently, and they'll probably be faster than us too. So with that in mind, I figured it'd be good to at the very least scout them out with Silas. Maybe try and knock some of them out. And then I think I forgot to check to see if he has bolts, but it'd probably be a good idea to have him bring some bolts and then just kite them. And if we needed to, we could just run them into other mobs, like try and get their attention, because the skin bandits, they don't have crossbows. So we could always just be like, hey, look at me, and then run away, you know, as needed. I think if they're attacking us, that means that we've got to go send a raid or a stealthy mission to go get that peeler. Because that is something that I think Silas is skilled enough to do. And maybe if we get crushed by them, which is possible, I kind of doubt it with our defenses and how they're set up. But if we do get crushed by them, we can try and do the safe thing and go to Black Desert City and see if they've got a peeler machine. I do remember that I saw when Hades was playing that he did get his peeler blueprint from there, which would be nice. It'd make it a lot easier for us to have cybernetic limbs really safe. And it wouldn't matter if we're wearing armor or not, because then we'd be super quick. And yes, I do remember that we wanted to get prosthetic limbs up and running. That is probably going to be one of my future goals as well, is trying to go harvest some electrical components from some iron spiders. And if you remember when we scouted out looking for a base location down here, I think it's next to the hook, just south along the coast near where our base is, not in the Royal Valley. I think that's what it's called. Not in the valley with the southern Hivers, but just south of there. There's a coast with tons of iron spiders, and there's that skeleton village. So we might have to go there. I think that's probably the closest place for us where we were going to get electrical components easy. And we could set up a little copper mine somewhere and then run that over, but I don't think that's really worth it. Yeah, and Silas, you're getting chased, but you're moving still, so we're fine. Oh yeah, now I remember these guys, I decide they're not going to get back in time. They're hurt pretty bad. And these way stations, they oftentimes have prosthetic limbs of varying quality for sale. So we're going to go to that way station and see what we can get there. You know, I was also looking at the biomes here. I don't think I've got linked, but I've got a Deep Dream account, and sometimes I just take screenshots of Kenshi and then deep dream it, which, as you can imagine, it's already very dreamlike and like almost like psychedelic with the colors and the size and shape of things. It goes pretty well if you get like a nice stylized shot. I'm so excited for better graphics with Kenshi 2. Just this design and idea, and I think they said it was the Unreal Engine, is gonna be so good. And I hope that. So I've been thinking about the channel, and you know, like big reason that I have any of the subscribers I have is because the Kenshi tutorial series, and I would really like um, to do something similar with Kenshi 2. But I think the nice thing about Kenshi was it was out in beta for like years, almost a decade, and so if you'd been playing it, you knew it pretty well. And then when it released, I put out my tutorials pretty much around the time it like went into is it called alpha, or is that like the even more uh, preliminary thing? Anyways, when it actually released, I was putting out those tutorials, and so I think that's why I did so well with getting views with those. And I was thinking with Kenshi 2 it'd be nice to do something similar, seeing how I already have the Kenshi 1 base, and the YouTube algorithm would probably help me out with that, you know? Seeing how there's so many words and whatnot in common, and the people who played Kenshi 1 will probably play Kenshi 2. So I think that would really spike the recommended thing. So I'm probably gonna get Kenshi 2 and do a tutorial series when that comes out. But we'll see how long that is from now. I hope I'll still be doing this by then, but we'll see. Like I was saying a few episodes ago, with like how I enjoy this so much, and it's good for me to just kind of chill and talk about games like this. I think I'm gonna keep on doing it. And if there's anything that's gonna bring me back, it'll be Kenshi 2, you know? Okay, so these guys have pretty much made it to the way station. And so they're gonna be able to get some prosthetics. Hopefully that'll speed us up a little bit. I don't know. I've forgotten the quality of prosthetic that they have here. Ooh, Silas is pretty hungry actually. I didn't realize that before he left. He hasn't eaten in a while. Man, don't mess with this lady. She's walking around with a katana and some rags and nothing else, just by herself. She's a true drifter, you know? Same with like these guys. Like the mercenaries are pretty well armed, but everyone else is just scrapping by. Kudos to them, right? Okay, well, we're getting near the end here. So I think I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you for joining me. This has been Orange One.